Hi, this is Michelle Courtois. Today I'm going to teach you how to create a repeat. We're going to do a half drop repeat today. So here I have my objects that have been extracted from my main motif using the masking tools, and I've cleaned them up, and I've also copied them to my clipboard. So if you right click and you say copy to clipboard, you can add them all up here. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a canvas. I want to select the ground color of my canvas. So here I have burgundy, and that's selected up here at the top under current color. So any color that's up here is going to create your canvas with that as your ground color. So I'm going to go Object, New Object. I want to make sure that my repeat is going to be divisible by 24. So I'm going to make it 8 tall and 6 wide. I want 300 dpi. I'm going to select burgundy, and I want an indexed color canvas. Then I hit create. It's going to ask me, do I want to combine this color with my palette? I'm going to say no, because this color already exists. If I say yes, it's going to create an additional screen. We don't want an additional screen, so I'm going to say ignore. Okay, so here is my canvas. I'm going to move my clipboard out of the way, and I'm going to go up to my Repeats, Design Repeat Studio module, and I'm going to activate this, and I'm going to put it in a half drop. Alright, so as we can see, my motifs are a little bit large, so I can either rescale them in my motif clipboard, or I can rescale them down here. So I'm going to rescale them down here just to show you how to do this. So with my blue arrow tool, I select the motif, and I'm going to make this, I'm going to change it percentage wise. I'm going to make it 55%. So you want to make sure that this proportionate icon is selected. And there we go. Now it's 55%. So if I want to, I can save this to my clipboard in a different scale, or I can just leave it. So here I'm going to make this the same 55%, and I'm going to also make this 55%, so everything's kind of proportionate. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this, Control C, and then I'm going to go Control V, and I'm going to place it inside of my repeat. If I wanted to use the motif that's in my clipboard, I can rotate it here, and then if I want to change it horizontally or vertically, I can do that here as well. And then all I do is I drag from the top of my clipboard. I can just drag the object into my layout. So you can rescale your objects inside of your repeat. This can get tricky, because sometimes you'll try to grab the object and it ends up grabbing the whole repeat and scaling the whole entire thing instead of the one item that you want to change. So what I like to do is I make sure that whatever object I want to change the scale of has a box around it, and then I go up and manually change it. So maybe I'm going to make this one, instead of 3.36 inches tall, I'm going to make it 2 inches tall, and it will scale that. So I'm going to add a bunch of these. If I want to rotate something that's already in my repeat, I use this tool up here on the left, which is the rotation tool. And there's a quick key for that. You can just select R on your keyboard. Okay, so I'm just going to go back up to my clipboard and grab a few more things to make this a little more interesting. So I'm going to grab this guy, and then I'm going to flip him around, and maybe I'll toss him in over here, and then maybe I'll rotate him a little bit, maybe even make him smaller too. So I'm going to use my white arrow key, I'm going to select this guy, and I'm going to make him 1 inch, so he's tiny. And then if I want, I can copy and paste him into here. So you can keep doing this, building and creating your layout, and what's really great about this program is you can see what you're doing. If at any time you want to change the layout, you can just go up here to your repeats. Maybe you don't want to do a half drop, you could do a slide, and it will change the layout that you have created. But I liked where I was going with the half drop, so I'm going to keep moving forward with that. And I'm going to maybe add some leaves. Maybe these might be too big, so I'm going to change this. I'm going to make this 1.5, and then I hit tab. Come on. There we go. It's a little tricky sometimes. And then I'm going to use my rotation tool, and I'm going to turn this around. Okay, until I get this to where I want it. I can also use these tools over here on the left. Next to the rotation tool, I can horizontally reflect this and flip it vertically, just like you can here with the tools that are built into the clipboard. And that's how we create a repeat.